Good morning, you guys. So, fun news. I'm starting a new series here on YouTube and also doing mini updates on Instagram as I go throughout this process. But basically, what I've been telling you guys here on YouTube is that I've been trying to cut down and it's just not working, and I don't think I'm eating enough, and I lost my period. My hormones are out of whack. It's all just been signs that my body's under stress. I'm currently fasting right now, so I'm about to chug water because I want to be hydrated for my blood draw, because the last time I did a fasted blood draw, I passed out. That was the first and last time that I ever fainted, so I'm always trying to be safe. I even rescheduled this. I was supposed to get it done yesterday, but I realized I had only drank nothing but coffee the day before, so I spent all day yesterday trying to drink as much water as I could, even though I'm still not that great with it. But I'm gonna spend all morning drinking water because my draw is at 10 and it's 8 right now, so I've got about 2 hours to just chug. It's gonna be blood and urine, and while yes, this blood test and urine test is for a brand deal that I'm doing, I really actually prefer working with, I've done one before just like this. They test every single hormone. They test every level, basically, from freaking iron to testosterone to estrogen to LDL. So you basically get an overall understanding of where your body is at, how it's functioning, and they'll even tell you your metabolic age. My most recent one from, I think, 2 years ago was 29 years old. So we'll see if that's gone downhill, if I've improved, and where my body is at. And I think that the timing of this is honestly so amazing because it aligns with exactly what I needed to do anyways. I have been meaning to reach out to figure out a blood test for personal reasons, just to figure out where my body is at. But I love when I can, work with brands that basically align with the journey that I'm going on. So that's where we're at right now with that. But today is basically day one of my 2-week maintenance phase trial. I have never in the 3 years of my weight loss journey tracked at maintenance. I did one 3-month period in a surplus, a very small surplus, but I've never actually tracked in a maintenance. I've been living in my deficit. And so if you know anything about calorie deficits and maintenance and surpluses, you're not supposed to live in a surplus. You're not supposed to live in a deficit. You're basically supposed to eat your maintenance so that you can remain healthy and give your body the nutrients that it needs. Cuts and deficits are for short periods of times or programs or set periods of change that knock your body into fat loss because it was in maintenance and now you're allowing it to lose weight. When you live in your deficit, your body kind of makes that new low your maintenance. So if I'm eating at 1,600 to 1,700 calories for 3 years, that's probably going to be my new maintenance, and my body is going to need me to eat a lot less. But with my activity level, me going insane on stairs, me getting 12,000 steps and hitting PRs and putting on crazy amounts of muscle, as we've seen on my Instagram with the before and after photos, my body's going to be under a lot of stress the less I feed it. I'm not giving it the fats that my hormones need. I'm not giving it enough protein. I'm not giving it enough carbs for energy and fuel. And then my body is obviously stressing because I've lost my period and my sugar cravings are way up. I told you guys I've had crazy mood swings and stuff like that. So there are plenty of different, signs that I clearly need to do something different, which is why I decided to do an in-depth series for the next 2 weeks. As I've already done, daily vlogs here, that's basically what I'm going to keep doing. But I'm going to make it a point to make sure that I'm getting on here and documenting this journey every step of the way. So I'm going to be doing daily weigh-ins. I am also going to be showing you guys like what I eat from time to time. Probably not every single thing, but I may maybe even go through like my food log because I already logged it yesterday. I know exactly what I'm going to be eating. I meal prepped yesterday. And yeah, I would have already started breakfast by now and had some coffee and started that off. But like I said, I've got to get over to that appointment to make sure that I have a fasted blood draw so that my they can read my fasted glucose levels, essentially. But I'll be brutally honest, over the past couple of days, I've not been great with food. I really have been stressed about my weight and have been stress eating, you know, and I like sweets too. So like I've been eating my Ninja Creamy ice creams, but then I've also had, you know, little chocolate chips, or I've had peanut butter sandwiches, or I've had, when I tried Dunkin' freaking protein coffee the other day, but I got 2 donuts at the same time because I'm like, I'm here, I might as well. So my sweet tooth has been freaking off the charts, and so that has not been great, but I'm definitely excited to get back on. So I guess a quick rundown of what I plan on eating so far, what I mapped out yesterday. So first thing in the morning, I'm going to be having banana peanut butter oats, which is my weakness, bananas and peanut butter and carbs. So I'm like, you know what, if I can do that to energize right before the gym, that's golden. And then pair that with a coffee, that's like having dessert for breakfast for me. So I'm excited about that. And you always want something that's going to excite you when you're doing a diet. Then for lunch, scrambled eggs with toast with strawberry preserves. So like jam toast. Avocado for fats. We need the fats. And then I'm also going to have tuna. That's all basically protein packed, like amazing. Just get your protein in. Then my first dinner is going to be pesto chicken pasta with spinach, green onion, and it's made of cottage cheese and pesto. So it's like high protein and protein pasta as well. So the noodles also have protein in it. Then my dinner is going to be turkey burger or a real burger with a keto bun. That's what I've been eating, and they're just so easy, especially when I'm like just ready to wind down. It takes me 5 minutes. Boom, it's done. Then for dessert, Ninja Creamy ice cream. I make them out of my Fairlife Core Power milks or whatever. But last night I actually just made a different recipe with cottage cheese. I blended the cottage cheese, and the only reason that I like the Fairlife as opposed to milk blended with my protein powder is because Fairlife is thicker in consistency, so the ice cream just comes out better. But I mixed half of a Core Life or Core Power Fairlife milk with some cottage cheese, put some like coffee syrup in it, vanilla extract, and then a couple of like birthday cake sprinkles in there. And I'm gonna test that probably today and see how that flavor comes out. I'm genuinely so excited to try that. I'm gonna experiment with different flavors as I go, but that was basically the rundown, and I'm pretty sure that's about it. That's what my 21-ish 100 calories are going to be looking like. So anyways, I'm gonna chug some water. I'm gonna try to hold my pee in so I can actually pee when I get to the place, and I will keep y'all posted. I'm probably going to be getting a Dutch and probably grabbing a snack or taking something with me just in case I need to snack as soon as the blood draw is over, because y'all, me and fasted blood draws we don't go well. So anyways, I will keep y'all posted. All right, y'all, it's about 10:20 a.m. right now, and I'm headed over to my blood draw. I did stop at the store to get a protein bar just in case. I was drinking freaking water all morning, so I feel like I need to pee, which is good because sometimes when I go into these things, I don't be having to pee at all, and then I gotta wait and I gotta stay. Not good. So I'm hoping that the line is pretty short because I'm most likely gonna go to Dutch right after this, honestly. Here's my thing about Dutch, y'all. I genuinely really want to stop going to Dutch and spending $7 on a coffee every morning, but also the ritual makes my day. Like, it really does. And I don't know, like, making coffee at home is fun, and I could like make my coffee and go on a drive, but like I don't know what it is. Like, maybe I'm gonna have to like get accustomed to just making my own big ass cup at home and then going on a drive if I really want to. But something about just going to like Dutch and like getting my drink is like, so it fulfills me every morning and makes me want to like go with my day in order. Like, that's like the first step of my day. And I tried Dunkin' the other day, like I had told you guys, like a protein coffee, and it's not even the same. Like, it's just like the location of Dutch, the employees of Dutch, the vibe of Dutch, the size of the Dutch coffee, the flavor of Dutch, like literally everything about it. And then going on my drive after that, because of where it's like located and being able to just go on my little scenic drive, it's perfect. So I don't know, that was just like a little side note. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit that in, or I don't know. I also need to fucking, my goal this year was to get on top of my freaking money, and I still have not looked into an accountant. I don't know why it's so damn confusing for me, why it's so hard, but I already set up 2 LLCs. I did one for Fatigue and one for my content, and even with that, I'm like, okay, well, that's like step number 1, but now I need to look into like why I made them and like what I need to do with them next. Like, yo, I know there are steps that need to be done, but a part of growing up and learning life is literally one step at a time, bitch. I'm taking one step at a time, quite literally. Like, when I tell people I don't know what I'm doing, I really don't. I just take the time to figure out, and sometimes I do procrastinate and it takes longer, but I'm not ashamed of, you know, taking my time and figuring out what I need to do. I'm not in a rush to the top. I say that all the time. I am taking it at my own pace. As long as I'm happy, I'm happy. So anyways, let me get to this freaking appointment. I'm like 3 minutes away. Hopefully it's not a long wait, and hopefully they know what the fuck they're doing, bitch. Update, it's 10:41 and I'm already done. Apparently my appointment was at 10:20. You guys, when I say I was 30 seconds away from this building, when I clicked the link on my phone saying I'm here. I literally pulled in, parked, I opened the door for a lady, and a nurse was standing in the waiting room, like literally like, are you Sierra? I was like, oh my god, Nadia was on top of it, okay? She drew my blood very quick. Apparently now I know where to direct them for the juicy vein, because I have one gigantic juicy vein right in the corner of my arm. And she recognized it immediately. She's like, this is the juicy one? I was like, yeah, that's the one. She's like, it absolutely is juicy. So good thing I was right in, right out, did the urine sample test, whatever. So now I'm about to head over to Dutch and get my coffee. So let's go. Oh, because everybody be asking what I get at Dutch. What I get at Dutch is I get a 0 added sugar kicker with regular espresso, but if it's later in the day, I'll do decaf. Then I get half sweetness. I get 3 Splenda. I replace whatever almond milk, or I replace whatever milk that's in there with almond milk. Then I'll add an extra flavor because I'm doing half sweetness, so I'll do like half sugar-free Irish cream, half sugar-free vanilla, but it'll be at half sweetness, so it's like half the half, you know what I'm saying? Bitches is trying to like reduce it as much as possible. I don't know if that's confusing, but anywho, rarely will I ever get whipped cream or a soft top, but if you do, it's light. And then I'll get light ice too, so that there's more fluid in the drink. And sometimes I'll do medium, sometimes I will do large, but I will either choose between the 0 sugar added kicker or the annihilator, and those are the two that I swap between. But I always order it the same with the Splenda, half sweetness, light ice, and almond milk, to significantly reduce the calories, and it still tastes absolutely amazing in my opinion, okay? Because I'm used to sugar-free sweeteners, I'm used to Splenda and shit like that. That's my preferred taste now, so that's what I get. So it's 1:30 and I am sat by the river today, and I have a to-do list, obviously, but I have already knocked out 3 things on my list so far, which is faster than how I work when I'm at home, which means I might need to start going outside to get work done, especially with my computer, because my computer is literally like making things like speed up. So I'm about to get back to it, but that's a little update. It is 4 p.m. I just got back home. I got a lot of stuff done while I was sat outside, and I think I might do that more often, obviously depending on the weather. If it's too hot, bitch, I was out there making spider friends, bitch. When I tell you I was looking over my shoulder and I was having 3 spiders on my shoulder at a time, they just weren't big. I used to have arachnophobia so bad that one of them did scare me, babe. One of them was a little big, and then when I wiped it off, I could feel it, bitch, like coming off my shoulder, and then it had a web already attached to me, bitch, so it was like sliding all down. Yeah, anyways, and then one of them tried to join me in the car because it was hanging on my purse. Anyway, my whole point is, it was really nice sitting out there, but there are cons, obviously. If it's too hot, if it's too cold, if it's raining, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bugs, but I got a lot done, which is a lot more than I could say for when I try to go to a cafe and then I like order food, bringing my own food out there, my own coffee out there, and actually getting shit done because there's nothing else out there to look at except the freaking water. Boy, I was locked in. So that was nice. But now I'm eating oats, yogurt, and there's peanut butter in this, and this is bringing me back to the very beginning of my weight loss journey before I ever even had surgery. my favorite thing to wake up and eat every morning was a bowl of banana, peanut butter, strawberry, blueberries, and oats and yogurt. It was like a bowl just like this. And I would look forward to eating this every single day. So honestly, I'm so excited about incorporating this back into my diet. And therefore, feeling like my diet can be sustainable. So day one is going pretty well so far. However, I'm not tracking my food, unfortunately, because of the whole fasting situation. So all I've had today was a Dutch Bros coffee, a homemade decaf coffee, my homemade pasta, and one protein bar. So I am severely under eating for the day for me. I guess, does this really count as day one, or are we like on half of a day? Shoot, I don't know. I might just go back and actually end up tracking estimates just to see where I'm at for the day. But I might go back in there and make like a zucchini and chicken, cheesy something, just to get that in. And then I'm also debating sitting by the pool. But what else did I come in here and have to do? There was something else I needed to do. I got a couple of packages in the mail. And yeah, I don't know. I really was knocking my fucking to-do list out. I had a late payment to the IRS because I didn't do when I was in the middle of my move, I didn't do a estimated payment because I'm self-employed. So they penalized me or whatever the fuck. I did that. Oh, I was actually supposed to go pick up a return. Okay, there's that. Maybe I'll just reschedule that for tomorrow because I don't have nothing going on tomorrow. Okay. I'm happy with today so far. I haven't been to the gym or got my steps in or wore my step tracker in a minute, but one step at a time. I'm so glad that things are smooth right now, okay? Just, what's tomorrow? Thursday? I think tomorrow I'm going to get in the gym and hit legs. I'm going to be so fucking sore, but the gym helps me keep everything in order. So I think I'm gonna hit the bed early tonight and have an actual alarm in the morning and actually have a routine for tomorrow. Hey y'all, it is 7:30 and I just now, a while ago, bought a dry fire laser system for my gun. It's basically, you set up this paper target against your wall at home, and you aim your phone at the target, and then you put a laser inside of the barrel of your gun, and you dry fire your gun almost as if you're at the range. And it links with an app, and it'll tell you how far apart your shots were, how fast your shots were. It's honestly really cool. I'm about to post a video on Instagram, but I got it all set up finally. I've had it for weeks just sitting in the box. But since I haven't been able to make it to the range, and I cut ties with the gun brand that I was working with for just reasons, and I won't be working with them anymore, I was like, I can get some training in at home, and then whenever I do want to go to the range, I absolutely can. So not only is it going to save me money, because rounds are expensive, especially if you're shooting a lot and training a lot, but it's also going to save me a lot of time, because I can literally wake up and train if I want to fucking train. And I can use the gun that I have, or if I want to go get another gun, I can train with another gun. I've been really thinking about getting that Glock, which I talked about in another video, but I think I'm going to get all my traveling out the way before I go ahead and get me a Glock, because I want to train with the one that I do have. And yeah, I think whenever I do get the Glock, I think that's the one that I'm going to put the attachments on. But it's so crazy because the fucking attachments are so expensive, the ones that I want to put onto the Glock. They're almost as expensive as the gun. So it's like, that's a whole investment. But it's a good investment if you plan on actually training with it, carrying it, using it, and actually having that as your main weapon. It's gonna last you for fucking ever, bitch. And I don't want to be a gun collector, but I want to have a compact and at least like a full size, or the 19X is a mix of the compact and full size, but that's besides the point. Anywho, it's 7:30. I think I'm gonna eat dinner here pretty soon. I was messing around with that for like almost an hour, 2 hours, and I'm gonna edit a reel, and then I want to plan my weekend with my girls, because one of the girls from the freaking shooting range, or not the shooting range, but the gun brand, is gonna come visit and we're gonna hang out, and then I'm also gonna bring one of my other girls because I think they would get along. So I'm like little girl group, and hopefully we can go to the lake if it's not storming, but I need to plan that out with them, or like a backup plan or something like that. But anywho, I think that's pretty much it for the night. I'm gonna actually go ahead and upload this video because I'm trying to be on it with the daily vlogs, and so I don't want to forget about the upload. So we're gonna get this video up right now, and yeah, chat soon.